Sure. All right. So I just want to say, I want to get y'all's opinion on this nonsense. Well, I ain't even going to call it nonsense. I'll call what Chad Wheeler did nonsense. But it looks like Dez Bryant is on the record as saying that he going to break that fool for what he did to his black girlfriend. But I want to get y'all's take on this before I say what I say. Roscoe?
Yeah, my take is that yeah, somebody had to say something, and some black man had to stand up, and like we had to make our voice heard on this situation, I believe, because this was of course it's a you got the big white guy that's beating up on his girlfriend who happens to be black, and that's one like terrible element of it already. But then you got all this other stuff with him that's going on, and he's actually like trying to make a bow, and he done damn near killed this woman, and this dude sits there and he sits there thinking she's dead and continues to eat his food. Just all this other craziness where it seems like to me he's trying to not only impose his will on this chick, but also like there's a subversiveness that he's looking for out of this chick. He wants to make this chick make herself a subject to this dude or something. So yeah, and Dez Bryant is seeing like all this underlying stuff, whether it's, and you could say it's racial, a lot of racial undertones with it, that to me, if you're a black man and you're looking at this, even if it's not your situation, like Dez Bryant, he's feeling like, dude, I gotta step up, I gotta say something, and if I ever see this dude, I'm definitely putting hands on him, is how he feels, you know what I mean? And I don't necessarily have an issue with that, because this stuff that Zach Willer's on, whether or not he's having mental issues, something that they've been trying to push, and they've been really, really diligent on not making this the issue that they would have made it had it been Ray Rice or somebody like that, But Silk, you can go ahead and give your take, bro.
Silk, introduce yourself, because you're a guest on the platform, and we forgot to introduce you in the beginning, but let the people know who you are.
Sorry about that.
Once again, I'm Silk Threadz. As you can see, my name's up there, government. But happy to be back, fellas.
Mm-hmm.
Had a great time last time.
Yeah.
And hopefully we're gonna have a great time today. My take on this is, it's one of those situations where you got to have the right hammer for the nail, and in no other situation would, what's his name? What's the white boy name again?
Chad Wheeler.
Chad Wheeler. I don't follow sports.
Chad Wheeler.
Okay, but I follow situations. Now he's what, 6'7"?
6'7".
Offensive lineman, right?
OL.
Okay, so he throw hands. He know how to stop bulls from running into him.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, he's a wall, right?
Basically.
Okay. And she's what, like 5 something?
5'9".
5'9". That's pretty average for a woman.
I don't know if she's that tall.
To 6'7".
Yeah.
No, she's 5'9".
Shit, give her 3 inches. You can give her 3 inches either way, and it's still too fucking short for 6'7".
Yeah.
She could be 6 feet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
In another world, there wouldn't be nobody to check him for that. In his God complex, because he wanted her to bow to him. And that has so many undertones, because he's white and she's black. So is he having a Let's recreate slave moment with her. Is she his bed wench in his mind? Is she his slave because he's taking care of her? She don't pay shit. She, you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
to actually think you can, like you said, Sco, think you beat her to death. Now that's the thing. That's the point right there where I think get lost in translation. Not that it was a domestic issue. It was the fact that he actually thought in his head he beat her to death and went on to have a Hannibal Lecter moment and, just get his eat on. But it wasn't her, but, he was hungry, worked up an appetite. That ass whooped him, worked up an appetite,
Yeah.
And no other man normally would have a legal recourse and land some punishment to that man, but somebody in the NFL, somebody that can get on the field in the middle of a play, be it flagrant foul or whatever comes from it, can actually do something to him without any legal recourse. So who was that? Dez that said that?
Bryant. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, listen, bro. I'm gonna say this to Dez Bryant. Don't do nothing to that man off that field.
Well, I'm just
don't
say
do
this.
nothing to that. If you ever doing it, just don't do nothing to that man off that field. Keep it football, make it a clean play, and we ain't got nothing to say about it.
Well, I'ma just say he won't even. Neither of these guys will have a chance to interact on the football field. I think Dez is maybe unofficially retired at the moment,
Okay.
And Chad Wheeler, he was definitely released by Seattle, I believe.
Did he get released?
Yeah, they released him. So
why the news ain't saying nothing, man? This is the most underwatched situation I've ever seen.
See, this is the thing. Like like Seattle, they actually did put out a statement, and it wasn't much of a statement. I think the pretty much the crux of it was they were saddened by this incident and pretty much and just stated that they let him go, and that was pretty much it. When like I said, I had this been a black guy in this same situation, they would have took it to the nth degree. There would have been a lot more said in that statement.
Like thug, brute.
How reprehensible this is. So
I'm gonna jump in here because this is what I got to say about it. So I really do. Did you guys see that movie Antebellum with Janelle Monáe?
Oh yeah.
You got to see Antebellum, bro. A lot of people didn't get it. I got it.
I got it.
And I think Chad Wheeler thought he was in that damn movie.
I get it. And that's why I brought that up. I swear to God, he did. That's his favorite movie.
I think Chad Wheeler thought he was in that movie because even just the callous way, because this is what I think he was going to do. I think when he sat down to eat, and he looked at her, what he thought would be her dead body. Mm-hmm. He was gonna make her disappear.
All day.
He was planning on pulling a Aaron Hernandez and trying to bury that body somewhere. But then she woke up and she ran into that bathroom. This dude, he was going to be chopping up her body that night. And I don't care. You can come at me for the allegedly, because who does that? Who sits down and says, I thought he was dead? Unless he's planning on getting rid of her body. You see what I'm saying? He was going to go to the next level with that. That's why he
had the money to do it.
Right.
He got the money to do it.
He sat down to eat, like, let me get my strength together because I got some chopping of a body to do tonight. And so I'm with you, Roscoe. No, Dez Bryant shouldn't do anything to him per se. But it's fair game out here, and I'll be honest with you. I said it on our last video that we did for this. I think this goes on more often than not in these interracial relationships. That's why I use that example from Justified, because art often imitates life. These relationships are abusive anyway. There's information on file that says 96% of relationships are toxic and abusive, and the other 4% that are not are in recovery. And so you're
Damn.
to tell me that these interracial relationships for some strange reason are the exception? No. White men have a superiority complex. Who else walks into the state capitol, the Senate, with such brazen attitude, knowing that they can do what they did and get away with it and get a slap on the wrist? So you know in their interpersonal relationships, they're exercising that same mentality. This fool is a monster amongst monsters. And when I say that, I don't even want to go in because I'll be liable for some other stuff, but he was planning on killing that girl, chopping her body up,
allegedly,
to his dogs. Who knows what he was gonna do? But
allegedly,
he was sitting there thinking she's dead without any afterthought of what he was gonna do afterwards.
That's fact. That's fact.
Yeah. No, it's a bad look all the way around for Chad Wheeler, and I just hope it gets worse as far as the intensity of the spotlight that they put on this, because there has to be some sort of real repercussion for what he's done. I'm not sure what's going to happen at the end of this tale, but I know that for one, I'm pretty certain we'll never see him playing football again.
He shouldn't be safe in these streets.
Why would you think that? You saying Bill Roethlisberger play out the rape case?
Well, yeah, no,
white people, and I'm sorry not to say, I don't want to sound racist, but white people have different laws, statutes, and commandments than we do.
That's not racist. You're speaking facts. They do deal with Caucasians differently than they deal with us. It's out there. We can't ignore that fact. But he shouldn't be safe in these streets. That's all I'm saying.
Wait, hold on. Wait. If you got to put the call out on him, then you got to go back a couple people. There's some people out here on these streets that should have been gone a long time before this guy. You get what I'm saying?
That part.
What this guy did is tragic also, but you still got your what's
George Zimmerman.
You got your Zimmermans out here. If they still out here, if somebody do something to do, I think somebody had good intentions with bad planning.
Retribution should be retroactive. That's all I'm gonna say.
Exactly. It should be, but it's only that way when it comes to us. Yeah. We only do each other like that, and we turn out to cheat. Yeah. To the man that looked like the God that has been expounded and exposed to us.
Right.
We give them the second chance because a lot of people in their conscience and their psyche, that's God. He looked like God. I know when I look in the mirror, God don't look like me, but that man looked like God. So over the years, we just constantly.
He can do no wrong. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, and that's how they treat them, though. Think about it.
Bro, trust me. These divestors, these black women who call themselves divestors, they have no love for us, and in their minds, white men walk on air, water, and fire.
But that comes from a religious browbeating.
No, but I see this has always been my thing, and especially in the times that we live in, there's the I guess we have the luxury of having the knowledge of not only knowing what has happened to us, what we've been through, but to be able to change some of these things, actually, be it through therapy or whatever else that you need to help you get you through some of these times. But we have, there's an awareness that we should have now to kind of distance ourselves from some of these things, to be more knowledgeable about, if we're talking about, like in this case with Chad Willer, I definitely don't want to make the victim in this case to victimize that person at all any further. But when you talk about the choices that we make in people and why we make some of those choices, if you're making choices based on whether or not this person is a celeb and has money and has fame and can put you in a certain place in life, making those kind of decisions in life come with consequences, so and again, I'm not tying these two situations together. I'm speaking in general, basically, but we do have to be mindful of these things. And, when you talk about young ladies who put themselves in situations, you really have to take your time and learning these people, because Chad he's had kind of a history with some issues. They want to call it mental health issues or stress related or whatever they want to pin or attach to this. But he's had issues in the past before where he's had this release of anger and outrage out of nowhere, in college, punching walls and stupid shit like that, and holding a woman captive and hostage right there, not allowing her to leave. So you do your research on some of these people, you'll and take a little time before you just dive into these situations. You'll come to find that some of these people are not who they seem to be, and maybe you kind of stop a situation like this from happening, or do a little prevent beforehand.
Well, all I know is that considering what happened to Mike Vick for hosting or having a home that was hosting dogfighting, if they sit up here and treat this any less than damaging a dog, fighting a dog, this will show what this country, well, we already know what this country is about. But to sit up here and have the information that we know for what this man's thoughts were, what he's admitted to, what the police discovered when they entered the home, he should get no less than what Mike Vick got. He should get kicked out of the league like Ray Rice, and he should be in prison like Mike Vick.
Absolutely.
That's That's all I gotta say. But I know we can talk on this forever. I know we gotta cut this short. But Silk, it was a pleasure having you on our platform. I want you to host the show too, so that we can really chop it up and go in on these topics. But people know where they can find you, bro.
You can catch me on Facebook at Silk Threadz, SilkThreadz. That's Silk Threadz. Instagram at Silk Threadz. Catch me on YouTube at Silk Threadz Clothing and Animation.
Good. You can always catch us. We're going to be more active in these Instagram and Twitter streets real soon. You can find us on Facebook at Warheads. It's spelled the same way. You should be able to locate us. But come check us out. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Roscoe, anything you want to add to the conversation before we leave? Any shout outs?
I shout out to I got Knuckles. He's a crazy motherfucker out here, but definitely love that dude still. But I got Knuckles. Also WAP, WAP, what's up? And that's all I got.
I'm gonna use their names, Terry and Isaac. I see you fools.
Yeah. Give me that government and shit. Isaac.
Hey, everybody hit that bell so y'all know when the next show come out, man. Y'all ain't
Please
gotta
do.
hit
Please
that
do.
bell. Like, comment, and subscribe.
Right.
Yeah. Warheads, baby.
Warheads.
Facts.